Do you know that for every 11 cars that are for every 100 cars that are sold, 11 of them are from Toyota? Well, and seven of them are from Volkswagen. Why is it that Toyota has been reading? Welcome to Marketplace Believers, an online platform that engages, equips, and encourages believers to say, Ina Wezekana. This is Marketplace Media. We are doing book club, and today we want to learn. We are asking a very simple question: why is it that Toyota has the largest market share in the world, selling 11 pieces of car from every 100 cars that are sold worldwide? Now, and I want us to really learn, because unless we learn from Toyota, the leading auto dealer, uh, we are going to live a life that is average. And I believe there are simple lessons, wonderful lessons that we can pick from them. And I want us to, I'm encouraging you just to grab yourself a notebook, a pen, so that you can be able to learn what we are calling the Toyota way. Welcome. And by the way, we are live streaming on Marketplace Media, our YouTube channel, and we encouraging you, if this is your first time to be there, please hit the subscribe button. We want to grow this community, and keep on sharing and comment, and we shall read your comment at the tail end of this broadcast. Now, the president of Toyota is called Akio Toyoda, and Toyota have written a wonderful book that is called Toyota Way, the Toyota Way to Lean Leadership. And it's a commitment that to the Toyota team, that they want to confirm that they are growing and learning, developing the next generation of leaders. Allow us to say that Toyota was founded in 1933. Some sources would quote 1937 by a guy called Kiricho Toyoda. And by the way, interesting enough, it began as a textile outfit. And so far now, as we talk, they have around 300,000 workers, and it is the 10th largest company in the world by revenue. That is as per statistics of 2019. Toyota is the first company, automobile company, to produce 10 million cars in 1 year since 2012. And it has been profitable since 1958, with an exception of 2008 during the economic recession. But now we ask, why all these good accolades? What is it that they do that other companies can do, and what is it that they do that so that other businesses can do? And we are asking, why is it that they are successful? We want to share a few lessons here. Number one is that they embrace change. For them, they don't run away from challenge. They embrace challenge. They don't run away. They don't skip and curse when challenges show up. And when you look at, and we can be able to look at 4 areas in which they embrace challenge. Let's look at their area of leadership. The leadership of Toyota, they say we accept challenges with a creative spirit and courage to realize our own dreams without losing drive or energy. This is something that I quoted from the book, that they accept challenge. Then once they accept challenge, then they look for a creative way. They look for, they get out of the what we call outside the box, and they ask themselves, what is the better way of dealing with this challenge? So they are creative. Number three, they are very courageous, because they want to realize their dreams. They don't shy away their dreams. They don't compromise their dreams. They are very courageous. They want to step in confidence, but again, they do not want to lose their drive and energy. Number two, another way in which they embrace challenge is by their way of teaching. They embrace a way of teaching that is called Shu Hari. Shu Hari. It's a 3-part training, with Shu means to protect. Once students are engaged, especially the new staff, they are taught to, the student copies the teacher through repetition. Okay, so a teacher comes and teaches the student, and the student actually learns by what the teacher is doing. You see, when you sit and see the teacher doing it once and doing it second times and doing third time, and the teacher simply is repeating what the teacher is doing, then there is all the likelihood, especially the mechanics, especially those people in the assembly, they follow them there and they do that which the teacher is doing. They follow, they copy the teacher. And then after few demos, then the teacher observes the student. And then if the student did not understand, then the teacher does it, the shoe. And then, the process of doing it while the student is repeating is done. Then there is H-A, ha. Ha means to break away. Okay? After the student is understands, now the student is allowed to work without being supervised by the teacher. But reason, the student can goes to work there, out there without the supervision of the teacher, but the student must follow rigid rules. There are rules that he must stick with. Okay? And he can only break them from time to time for creativity purposes. Okay? He can break them for creative purposes, to discover something new, not necessarily for to rebel, but again, the teacher is still watching, okay, the student. Then read, because we said shuhari, it means freedom to create. Okay? All along the teaching process, the student is taught, and actually he is actually encouraged to engage in creativity. He can do things unconsciously without thinking. This is the encouragement. The student have mastered the art so well that he knows how to create something better in the face of challenge. Okay, so really means there is the freedom to create. The student has done this for so long. He has repeated it under the rigid rules, such that even when a challenge comes, the student has the freedom to create. He can be able to do something that is new. Okay, so if somebody asking, how comes that Toyota has a larger market share? We are saying they embrace challenge. They don't run away from teaching, and they follow the leader. It's about their way of teaching. And then it has everything to do with responding to customers' complaints. Now, once customers lodge in complaint, especially on safety and quality, once these complaints are communicated, and of course they are communicated quickly and easily to the nearest office. Now, the offices enjoys anatomy, and very interesting, from the book they have developed what we call SMART, SMART. SMART simply means Swift Market Analysis Teams. And this is a wing of 200 highly trained engineers and technicians who tackle customers' complaints within 24 hours. And what they do is that they look at what the kind of complaints that customers have lodged. And then they are able to think through and be able to recommend that which needs to be done to the broken down vehicle. Okay? And you can see the number of hours, 24 hours. That means immediately after lodging a complaint, within 24 hours, these 200 highly trained engineers and technicians will be able to come with a solution. And so the complainer, so to speak, will be able to have his car fixed within those hours. Then there is the unique commitment. The leaders learned never to blame circumstances, but to look for a quick and effective way of returning to business quickly. They don't cover up the problem at hand, but they look for solutions and give positive steps the company is taking to solve the challenge at hand. So that is a unique commitment, that every time when there is a problem, when I remember there was a point that I was reading, one of the branches broke down. Actually, I think it burned, and they worked around the clock to ensure that they are back in business. So these are people who don't run away from challenges, but they have the commitment. They don't blame the circumstances. They look for ways in which they can be able to be back in business. And I love that part, that they don't blame the circumstances. So one of the ways in which Toyota has been successful is embracing challenge. The second thing that I'll talk about is what we call Genchi Genputsu. Genchi Genputsu simply means that go and see to deeply understand. Go and see to deeply understand. It's about going and seeing how work is done. You know, the managers or the leaders, so to speak, would always go down there into the garage, into the assembly line. They sit there maybe a whole day, and they interact with the workers such that they are able to understand with their own eyes. Once they are in the factory, they see firsthand how the products are being designed, how they are being built, how they are being used, and the challenges that the workers face. And I think this Genchi Ubuntu kind of leadership is very important, whereby the leaders are able to come down into the ground, so to speak, and they're able to see for themselves how things they are done, such that they don't really rely on the reports that are going up there, but they also come down and they are able to see how things are done. And just think about it: should the president be able to come down when a road is being constructed midway, or when a building is being constructed? How he or she will be able to understand the kind of challenges that these people are going through? What if the president would be able to come down and see people lining up, or the governor for that matter, people lining up in the land's office, and see the kind of challenges that these people go through? What would happen if the governors or the CS for immigration would walk into the immigration office and be able to see the many people that are lining up, and even talk to them and engage them and tell them, talk to them fast, and we will be able to get the kinds of fast time and real time, the kind of challenges that people go through. And I think this is the biggest problem, because our managers, our leaders, just lock themselves in the office. They receive those nicely edited reports without actually understanding the kind of challenges that people go through. So Toyota leaders, they embrace Genchi Genbutsu, going down there, seeing firsthand, understanding the problem. Okay. And then number 3, which I'll talk about, is respect. Respect is something that Toyota engages, and this is a deep desire to make the world around them better than it is today. And one of the ways in which they do that is a case study like in Indonesia. Indonesia is a war-torn country, and in 1974, the young Yokoi experienced riots and ended up burning up the factory, Toyota factory for that matter. And as the country was recovering from the war, the response of Toyota was very simple. They said, why don't we go down to Indonesia and make a product that resonates with them, make a low-cost car, and such that the Indonesia people will be able to drive. And actually the story in Indonesia turned out to be a big success. So they have respect for people, respect for those people that are struggling. They have what we call concern. And natural disasters like tsunami, like the one that happened in Japan in 2011, the Toyota did not lay off her workers. She did not send her people home. Actually, she offered charity to the hopeless people, and not to mention that she returned very quickly into profitability. So respect, Genchi Gebuntu, and embracing challenge are some of the ways in which have helped Toyota to be profitable for those many days. This is Marketplace Believers. We are streaming live on YouTube, that is Marketplace Media. My name is John Kimani. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time when we bring the book club, we encourage you to pick up books because we say leaders are leaders. Somebody said if you want to lead, then read. And thank you very much for watching. This is the Toyota Way, and we've prescribed 3 ways